My levels are consistently
you said your
similar.
gut and stuff.
D3 levels are like extremely low. Testosterone levels are still like relatively high. No, but they're not.
But they're not
Stallion.
firing on you.
Yeah,
like,
like,
He
I-
just
A
asked me
plus
that.
ceiling.
He was
In
like,
July, when I took a test in 2017,
Mine are probably dead.
my
I think you
hormone
told me
level-
this.
I was basically juicing.
you were basically
Really?
on steroids.
Yeah, I was basically on steroids. Yeah.
Why? How?
I take
He,
a
he,
product that
takes a
helps that,
product and he generated a lot of.
testosterone?
raises levels of testosterone. So.
Does that mean you have?
I'm like.
Does that mean you come more? Like,
No,
is there
your
physically
orgasm-
more?
have sex
Your orgasms are fucking better. Yeah.
You feel like you're an
Really?
18.
Yeah, they're way better.
Just
I'm
fucking.
like a
What the
muscle
fuck do
jelly.
I have to take?
blow
You guys-
one- I shoot once.
What do I
and
gotta
that's it.
take?
No, listen, I can't go like 3-4 times. No, I'm not
Oh
one
no,
of
me.
those
I'm
freaks.
one. No.
One pump done.
He's got the musket. He fires
musket.
once.
He's a musket.
That's it.
He's a blow dart.
Done.
I can do 2, 3 in a day.
Oh yeah.
4
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can.
But consistently every day.
every day. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I
Wow.
would have been dead.
Yeah.
Morning,
Testosterone.
you're still
lunch,
he's
lunch,
he's
Thirty,
still-
nighttime.
30.
Your age still starts with 2, right?
What do you mean?
No, he just turned.
Yeah.
No, you
I'm
just turned 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
But I
Yeah.
mean, like,
You're
I
20s,
could go and then like wait 15 minutes and probably try again.
Yeah, 30 years old.
There's no
Yeah.
way when I was 30. That was it. I think 20.
No, when
I
was in
trained
my
myself
20s
for
and
years
30s,
at this
yeah.
stuff. I mean, there was a lot of. I started jerking off when I was like 12, but I gained up to this.
Did you have like a plan every day? Did you ever written out like? Hey,
Little
This is
Joey
strategy. No.
He's a compulsive
He's a fucking-
masturbator.
Like he could go like 7 times in a day.
He could. On a hungover day, I think he once.
he what?
He
That's
watched
scary.
my house once.
His
He,
house.
he jerked off every.
He jerked off all over his
Oh, yeah.
fucking house, dude. All over
Yeah,
it.
everywhere.
I
I'm
just
gonna
felt
come
it in every
everywhere.
room. I felt
I'm gonna come
piece
on
of
this
Joey
and come on that.
in all my rooms.
Yeah.
Why do you still have magazines?
Dude, I remember he didn't show up for softball this year because he had to jerk off.
Dude, he told me the other day. He called me and he's like, "Oh,
serious.
he's like, where are my fire sticks?" I'm like, "What?" I was like, "I just got them from you yesterday. I'm fixing them. Just buy new ones. Like these ones are so old. Like it takes forever to fix them. They're like the first generation." He's like, "I need them, man. I don't got anything I can watch to, like, you don't have your phone, like."
He likes
Laptop?
big screen, he said.
Yeah, but the Fire Stick really doesn't work that well with that. You have to like stream it from your
He,
phone
like,
to
he
it.
likes old school, like the little.
I like the big screens.
He's gonna begin into virtual reality. That's gonna be.
Oh
the
yeah,
next
that
thing.
would be the
I
next
heard that's
thing.
wild.
Nobody's
People will
nobody's
never-
gonna have boyfriends or girlfriends.
Girlfriends,
anymore.
yeah, you're right.
They ain't married.
Why did I do that?
Virtual girlfriend.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna.
It's too real.
You want Natalie Portman? You want fucking Minka Kelly? You want
Yeah, but
this person?
What's the
There you
one
go.
down in Texas that they got? They got virtual robot like whorehouse, and like
I heard about. Yeah.
But that's disgusting. You think about it. All these people are fucking the same robot, and then who
Probably-
cleans? Who
Probably cleaner than the.
you think it like
floors.
cleans itself, or
I'm sure
Wait
it's
a minute.
cleaner.
Explain that. You actually having sex with a robot, like physical sex with it?
yeah, I think so.
But you wear the virtual reality stuff, so it doesn't seem that way. So
you
the
think it's
feeling
you
is
think
there.
it's like a.
a person?
Wow.
It's already here, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, that
Not
was
for-
just
not for me.
no.
I can't.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't like
that's
change.
for the new generation.
Yeah,
I'll be old by then. Man.
I can't wait to have a
You
kid.
still got magazines in your bathroom?
No,
No.
but still, you know.
But it could be one of those things you try it once, you're like, oh my god,
This is amazing.
this is amazing.
Going to the robot store again. You know
Oh.
what's coming? You know, robots.
Oh, so there's not even gonna be like rub and tugs anymore. You're just gonna go to the robot store.
Robots.
Yeah, that the new robot store there. Yeah, they do other things, and you don't have to get the one that just vacuums.
Because you can't charge a robot, right?
I don't
That's
know.
not a crime. I mean, is a robot an actual thing? So-
What do you mean charge a robot with rape?
No, with
What if these robots start raping people?
I told you last time. Get out of my place. You've
I
been,
told-
you've been
don't-
abusing this robot.
oh man, with prostitution, I'm saying you can't charge a robot with prostitution.
You've been treating it like shit all the
There's gonna be people beating these robots.
We're probably gonna edit all of this out.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's pretty interesting. It's a House Rules Wednesday, January 30th. 4 days before I don't know. 4 days before the Super Bowl, and we all know that Scott. I mean, it's been a stressful. Last week was too long, and this week is just taking. I think it's taking a toll on Scott. He's told me
He
today
doesn't
he's
feel-
sick.
He doesn't feel well.
I don't
you
think
know,
he's
and-
actually sick. I think he's Super Bowl sick. He just wants the day to be here and he'll feel better.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I think it's a
It does,
combination. I think he doesn't feel well, but then with the Super Bowl coming on top of that, he doesn't. You know, he wants to see all the pregame. He wants to see everything that's going. He don't want to miss anything.
I think if he was like
and he's not feeling well.
10 or 11 years old, you know, like still, you know, and mom came into the room, he would call out. He'd been like, oh, I'm sick. Oh, yeah, you can't
I'd
go
love
to
to
school.
call
Yeah.
And he would sit
Yeah,
out the
big
rest
call.
of the week and just watch NFL Network and
Yeah.
prepare. And
Can't
he'd
blame
be
him.
fine. No, I don't
If,
blame him
the,
at
if
all.
the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, I'd be sick all week.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to leave the house.
Do you
either.
go in the next day?
I'm supposed to go up to Plainville. Yeah, if they lose, I'll call out. But I mean, if they win,
If they win, you'll go in?
I'll go in just to smile, be happy, cheering.
Yeah.
You'd have a great day.
Yeah, I always went in after the Super Bowl, too. But it's not like we party hard during it either, so.
Yeah, you guys watch
We
it.
actually
Yeah.
watch it. Where
Mhm.
half of America sits there and waits till 6:30 and then just gets tanked.
Right.
They don't even know what's going on in the Super Bowl.
It's just a party, man. That's what it's turned into.
It's true.
Not unless you're a fan of either team, man.
Right.
If you're a fan of the teams, I don't know what I would do.
There's a part of me that wants to lock myself in my house and watch it.
Where did you
Watch
watched
it.
it here last year, right?
Yeah, I've watched it here past. And don't get me wrong, it's great.
I know what
But
you
there's
mean.
a handful of people, like last year, you know what I mean?
There's too many
There's a
people.
handful of people that just, it's too much distraction, man. It's
They
like,
don't care.
yeah, and you're like, you're not a football fan.
Yeah,
You're not. So you're going to
Yeah.
start having a conversation about
Something else.
something else. It's like, yo, I
Yep.
don't need
I
that.
don't think
Did-
you're going to be as busy this year.
Oh, you don't have a full
I
roster
don't
coming
think,
in?
I don't think so. I don't think this year.
We should put some signs up.
Like,
Like,
haters
as soon as you
on-
cross this line right here,
Yeah, like once the game starts,
Conversation
you can't
about
talk about anything else
anything
besides
else.
the game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the way it should be because that's
Right.
like if you're gonna say,
Well, that's how we are.
well, it's
but
known,
like
that's
you said,
unwritten for us, but some people don't
Some
get
people
that.
don't
It's like
understand
you almost
that.
have to be like, hey, listen, you can come over. We'll have a good time. Before, after,
Yeah,
Yeah,
before.
before is great. You get the people
Yeah.
get to
Yeah.
eat.
Or even at halftime if you want to just
Well,
halftime, let loose, yeah.
Was that Atlanta? Loogie came over?
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Loogie, Jets fan, came over. Atlanta
No clue
game.
to this day why.
Scott tried to tell him nothing against him. I understand people want to watch the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
but he just said to him, he's like, it's just me, my dad, and Joe, and we're serious. We just watched the game. Sat in the back, didn't really say anything, didn't interrupt, drank his beers,
Oh, good.
and I think he left before it ended.
Yeah, you could see the writing on the wall.
He was going into overtime, and he picked up and left. We were
Hmm.
like, whoa, 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 why would you come?
Well, if he's a Jets fan, he
He was-
probably
yeah,
he
he
knew
was-
what was coming.
Yeah.
He knew what was
No,
coming.
I agree. Like, do you even care about the halftime show?
No.
I
Do you
couldn't
even
tell
watch it?
I've never
The only
watched
time
the
I've
halftime
cared
show.
about the halftime show is if I had money on some
For
gimmick
half-
on the
Okay,
halftime
okay,
show.
I'll give you the money.
That's
yeah.
it. If I don't have money on whatever's going
Yeah, you
on,
don't
or
care.
like an over
I
under,
think it's Maroon 5 or something.
I really don't care.
Maroon
Yeah.
5, Travis Scott, I don't know. They got
No, that'll be a good time to like John said. That's when you can talk
Oh, I know,
about
like, you go
other
outside, yeah.
things, or if you want, hey, that was a good half, or what do you think's gonna happen in the second half?
Yeah.
But yeah,
People
I know
put
what he's
bets
saying.
in, yeah.
yeah, a lot of people don't get it, man.
no, it's not.
We're fans.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing: is, I mean, think about it. When the season started, you said it. I think it hit 12:30. Like it's the longest half hour
It is.
ever.
Mhm.
How fast football season goes?
Once it starts, it flies.
It's insane.
It takes a while to get going. But once it goes, man, it's just
Your year's over. Now we got summer and then back again.
it
Then
really
for
is.
house rules, it affects it because we'll
Yeah.
have dead air after this.
Dead
for a
air
little
for
bit, you know?
after
We-
the Super Bowl a little
February
bit.
is a tough month
Yeah.
for sports in general.
We're
There's
gonna talk
not a
about
lot-
Valentine's Day.
Well,
not a
I
lot
think
going on.
I think that it might be okay actually. and I'm just gonna throw it out
We don't
because
have
of
to talk about that anymore.
MLB
So
because not all the guys have signed. I think a lot of shit will be going on in February for baseball.
Yeah.
That's my only hope for house rules.
Well, yeah, it takes time. You got to get full squad in spring training,
Yeah,
see
that
young
goes.
kids.
I'm
then you
saying
start getting
Harper and
reports.
Machado are still out there, so I think that's
Oh,
actually
you're
good
saying
for
the
us.
signings. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
we
All
have
right.
March
all right.
Madness.
March. Well, that's March. February, you know.
February
Like I
2nd.
said,
And it's short, so
It's
just
Valentine's Day.
It is a little bit.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. That's
You're a fan,
when
right?
is
I
this?
love Groundhog Day.
When is that?
That-
Is that
All
tomorrow?
right then.
Groundhog
Friday?
Day is
Yeah.
the 3rd.
You see him look at me. 'cause
Saturday.
you
Oh,
fucking-
Saturday.
It's
The
Saturday.
second.
The second Saturday.
Yeah, the sorry. Yeah.
We'll find out how long, how much winter we got left.
Guess what? We haven't
Second.
really had that bad of a winter. So.
Wow.
No, I haven't.
Dude,
Wait.
you see what's going on out in like the Midwest right now? It's gonna be negative 50 degrees
Yeah,
tomorrow.
they're calling out of school and stuff.
Everything.
Like,
Say it's colder in Chicago than it is in Antarctica right now.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Negative 50?
Yeah, it's
That's
really-
wild.
That's
You
incredible.
can't even go outside.
No.
Oh, I know they had the.
Everybody's getting called out of work, whatever.
Yeah.
Just everybody's.
Kelly's brother's out in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah?
He was texting me. He's like, dude, you can't. There's nothing. You can't go outside.
You're dead.
How about if you lose? You lose power. That's fucking life threatening.
Yeah, you're in trouble. You lose power, you're in trouble.
Yep.
That's what happened to the generator and all that shit, man. You're the king of the fucking block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Wow.
So going into the Super Bowl, I'm going to start it off. We're not going to do our predictions, picks, MVPs, all that. Let's start off real quick with just the day itself. Okay, so I would talk to you. Said, what's your favorite Super Bowl food? So if you had to think about it, like your
Right.
day, what you walk in to a Super Bowl party, where are you going first?
Well, normally I'm here.
That's
So,
true.
Home base.
Yep. And I'll be honest, if there's a chili out there, I'm usually going after that.
Chili is a good
I
thing.
mean, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm usually because pizza, wings, all that stuff's good, and there's so many dips. It's hard to
Yep.
because everyone brings some kind of dip. I feel like.
Yeah.
So I usually go after the chili if it's here. If there's a chili in here.
Who normally makes the chili for here?
Oh, Don will make a chili. Brian makes a
I heard that
chili.
kills people in some states.
What, Don Speed's chili? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah, but yeah, I like the chili.
Not bad tasting, just bad, like, it'll go right through you.
Hot shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scott probably does not eat before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you must not eat it at all.
I mean, I'll munch.
Snack?
Snack.
Like, what would it be if they weren't playing? What's the first thing that you want?
Yeah, what if New England wasn't playing? You didn't have-
I nervous eat.
Yeah, but
Does that
New
make
England's
sense?
not playing.
Oh, New England's not playing them. You see me eat. It's a fucking
Yeah, I know. What's your first pick that you want to go for?
What
What do you
was
want
that?
at a party? Yeah.
first pick. Is there donuts, cookies, anything
You
sweet?
go for the
and
sweets. I like
I
that.
go for the sweets, and then I hit the, I'll have a couple of sausages and peppers, and then
Yeah.
I'll go for the pizza, then I'll go for, the chips.
I
and
like
dip.
how he starts.
Back
Look at
to
his
sweets.
stomach.
He starts with donuts, though.
Donuts, yeah.
It's
If
like
there's
a-
donuts or
That's a good
cookies,
base.
or
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
It helps. It coats the stomach. That's the
Mhm.
truth.
He's like going from breakfast, lunch to dinner all in an hour.
But yeah, when the Patriots are playing, I'm nervous eating. It's like I have no clue what's going in my mouth. I'm
Yeah.
a garbage can. Just
Yeah, but
no
like
clue.
halftime eating, you might eat a little
Halftime,
bit
I have
before.
no. Yeah, I really don't know. Did I have a slice of pizza? Did I have a chip? Did I try this? No clue. It's just nervous eating.
Just blackout.
Blackout.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, the last game when they played the Chiefs, it got bad. My dad thinks always like he still has to do stuff. He makes food, he makes dip, stuff, and it hit fourth quarter, and he started cleaning up for
They
some
lost
reason.
the lead. That's what.
They lost the lead. He started cleaning up,
Started getting the fucking
spilled
shakes
dip.
or something.
Scott went upstairs yelling at him. Why are you cleaning up right now? You're gonna
Get me out
fuck
of
up
the
the
house."
score. He told him to get out of the house. It's
I just don't understand people's rationale. Like,
Well,
I
you
like
nervous.
that.
See, he was probably nervous cleaning.
yeah, that's exactly what was happening.
Yeah.
He would have gone outside and mowed the lawn if he could.
if it snowed, he
Yeah.
would be plowing the driveway, even if
driveway.
there was no snow on it.
Nervous energy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
What about you, John? What do you go after?
Fuck, bro. I really don't care about what I'm eating on Super Bowl Sunday.
You
Doesn't
just
matter.
eat?
Whatever's
I haven't even
there.
Thought of that. No.
Just whatever's,
Whatever's there, man.
there. Fair enough.
Let's just get this fucking game going.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know, right?
man.
It's
Yeah.
the longest 2 weeks of your life when your team's
You
in
almost 2 weeks. I get it. It's like you have to have it, but it's you tune out a little bit. It's like you can't fucking pay attention every day.
No.
What else are you gonna talk about?
You can start like I feel like the Super Bowl that first week is I forget about.
You forget
football.
about it. That's what I'm saying.
And then you get to Sunday night, like the week before, and that's when you start to turn it on
Yeah,
again.
once media.
And then once you get to Monday, and then media day, and then it's like, all right, now it's Super Bowl week, and all
Yeah.
this stuff starts happening. Funny quotes and the players and all that other stuff, and then it starts getting serious. Like from Thursday on, that's when it's like it goes from fun, like the media stuff, to like now it's starting to turn into here we go, game
Mhm.
plan and all that other stuff.
So-
Which you guys know very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes into that.
5 out of 6 years. Yeah.
That's what I mean. So
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't know what
You're
it
just guessing. This is what it's probably like.
Well, Scott brought that up earlier in the week. Are you don't consider yourself a poor sport because you don't know what it's like to win? You said.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, but you're a Yankee fan.
The Yankees haven't won in 10 years.
But you still know what it's like to win.
It's been 10 years.
So the feeling's gone. You don't remember those years. 10 years
10 years
ago.
ago.
You don't remember anything.
It was 10 years ago. It was
All
a
right.
long time ago.
So he doesn't know what's.
I know what
winning
it's
is
like. I'm saying it's been a long time since I can cheer about anything. 10 years is a long time.
But let me put it to you. Last year sucked. The whole year sucked. 2018, besides
The Red Sox
December
won the World
15,
Series.
The whole year.
The whole
sucked.
year sucked.
Whole year
Nothing
sucked.
good happened.
The Red Sox won the World Series.
Oh yeah, the Red Sox.
Oh,
winning
yeah.
and stuff. But I'm
Well,
saying,
that's all right.
saying like football wise, it's just haunting. You know,
Yeah,
if you'll
the
ever
Patriots
get
were
back,
in the
yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, when you lose like that, you know, it's tough.
You lose a tough game. I mean, it was a close game. It wasn't like
Does
you got blown out.
Does it soften that? It softens that a lot if they win this year. Right?
If they win this year, yeah, because you know you don't know when it's going to end, and I understand what Harry's saying. Enough is enough. You guys have won and stuff, but I think for the people like Kerry Parada that is doing the countdown till the Patriots elimination week, and people that can't stand the Patriots, it's just like the Yankees dynasty and stuff. You have to learn to appreciate it because
Eventually,
20 years down the road or something, you get to look at someone and be like, wow, I got to witness one of the best franchises, best organizations, and that's how you go
it hits
about
a certain point where like the arguments start to like you don't have as much ammunition.
You can't.
Coming to the table.
You can hate him. You can hate him, but
Right,
you
but
also
you-
have to. Yeah.
You can't be like, no.
And as a Red Sox
Steelers,
fan, I think that's the only way you could go about it because when in the '90s and stuff, when you could shake your fucking head as much as you want.
I'm not
When
saying
you got-
anything. I'm just
when-
sitting here letting you
when
guys talk.
98, 99, and 2000. I mean, those teams, as much as you rooted against them and stuff, you watched it, and every single thing they did was they'd run every ball out. They wouldn't make errors. They would always close out the game. They didn't beat themselves. Same thing that the Patriots.
But you
are
couldn't
doing.
say that. You couldn't say that then, and you couldn't say like a few years. It takes like
It takes
years.
time. So
It
I'm
takes
saying
time.
everybody, I think down the road they'll be like sitting there. They'll be like, "Wow, you know, I got to witness this."
Well, I'll tell you what I'll probably do is that when this does end, if it ever does, like 20 years from now, I'm hanging out with somebody that's in their 20s or something like that. They're like, "Oh yeah, this is the best team that's ever played." It's like that's when you can be like, "You don't know anything about the best team that's ever played." So what did they do? They won one Super Bowl. You didn't see those Patriot teams from you weren't even born yet, or you were just a kid when they were. That I could see.
And I understand what Scott. You're right, but I understand what Scott was saying that it was a rough full year. As a fan, I'm going to point to you just to ask your opinion. I think that it's got to be way worse. And I realize everybody's like, oh well, they're always there. They're always in the Super Bowl. If they lost last year and they got blown out, every time they're in the Super Bowl and they lose, it's a close game. So you think you feel like you're there. We can get this.
Yeah,
and we always get our heart ripped out because we lose by the last
It hurts
score.
way more.
And that's why it takes a full year to come back from, and you're sitting there.
As bad as that hurts you guys, for everybody that can't stand seeing New England, it feels good when they lose.
When they lose like a close game, you're saying.
Any game.
Yeah, that
because
I'm saying as a fan, I'd rather sit there.
Yeah,
you make it to the Super Bowl, you're that close.
They're
I'd
not-
rather get blown out
Sure.
and know, hey,
Sure,
we lost,
absolutely.
than us be that close to feeling
He does
it.
bleed. He
Yeah.
does bleed.
That's
He's
it.
a man.
Yeah, to Harry's point, he wants us as Patriot fans to feel what the fuck he feels.
Exactly.
You know, and only that way when you get your heart ripped out in a fucking last minute play can we feel that?
That's true. All right.
So all right.
So
Yeah.
going into it, we'll just go from there. Predictions. What are your thoughts on the game?
What are my thoughts?
Score.
You really want to start with me?
I mean, why not start with you? You're right next to me.
Let's see. Brady, 9 Super Bowls. They lost last year. They're probably going to win this game.
Good analysis.
Score.
Great job. man.
Score. Thoughts.
All right,
All right, fine. I'll give you.
Why are you asking Harry to start? Yeah,
I'll go quick, and then you guys can talk about it for the next
Because I
20
could
minutes.
see he just wants to get it over with.
I got you.
The mismatch is clearly coaching and the quarterback position. The
Yeah.
two most important fucking spots when you're playing in a big game is the coaching and your quarterback, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
So that's where it starts and ends with me. You got Belichick versus a young guy. McVay's had a nice year and everything, but this is a whole new ball game, buddy. You're going up against the best of all time now. Same thing with the quarterback. I just don't see Goff. Belichick's got 2 weeks to figure out how to stop that running game and probably try to take Cooks out of the game, like Jack was saying earlier. But if they stop the running game, if Gurley doesn't hurt him,
running. Yeah.
right? If they can stop Gurley and slow down Anderson and just contain him where they can't run the football, it's over. Because then Goff has to make plays. If they make him have to make plays where, off play action, he's great. When they're running the ball, sure, things open up for him. If he can't run the football, they're in trouble, man. And actually, I don't even think it's going to be close. I think New England wins by double digits. I think they win by 10, 11 points. I think they're going to win it pretty easily.
So I'm gonna just ask you, because you're a Dolphins fan, you got to watch Sue firsthand.
Mhm.
How do you, which I said with Jack and stuff, attack?
It's tough with them because Donald's in there too. So you got both of those guys, but it's different for New England. New England, they can win so many different ways. They can win by dominating the ground game and running the football like they've been doing the last 2 playoff games. Kill some clock, run the football. Keep it close, score first. They can win that way. They can win by throwing the ball to James White and doing it completely different, where Brady throws the ball 20 times in a row.
Yeah.
They can win that way. They
Yeah.
can just beat you so many different ways. Like you can't stop everything, man. And again, it's Brady. If something's not working, they'll adjust on the fly. If the Rams stuff's not working, they're in trouble.
I'll just put this before everybody else goes into predictions. Last year there was something about, and we kept saying maybe it's just fool's gold and stuff, but last year they seemed very unhappy. Gronkowski, he seemed like the fun was taken out of him. Same with Brady and stuff. When they won that AFC Championship, he looked like a 17-year-old kid. Gronkowski, even this week, coming back to saying number 69. That's my favorite number. They have this certain rebirth.
They got everything going for them. They're,
How
they're
don't they-
loose.
It's what keeps them coming back.
Nobody thought they would win. So they
got a chip on their shoulder.
Well,
That's all it is.
They're playing the underdog role now, which for me is ridiculous. But I mean, if it's working for them, they were never the underdog as far as I'm concerned. But
they fuel the
if
fire.
you listen
Jordan did it for years,
and that's what people need. A lot of the great players, they need something to fuel the fire. And Brady needed that. When people were counting him out, that's all he needed, man. It's like I'm watching TV. I'm like, the more people keep saying this, the more it's gonna fire them up. Like, just shut up. Stop saying it's over. Stop saying Kansas City is going to win. We all sat here. I'm like, that game's over already.
Well, they
talked
to Brady's dad, and that's what the one thing he said that fired him up right before the playoffs.
There you
All
go.
year they're talking about these young quarterbacks, about Rivers had such a good year, Mahomes, Goff, all these young quarterbacks, and he's sitting there having a decent season, what he keeps doing, and he's 40 years old, and he wants to go out there and say, hey, shut the fuck up. Mahomes, I'm still here.
Exactly it, man.
I'm still here.
Don't give the great players more reason than they already have. Don't give them a reason, man. They're already happy. They're already great for a reason. Then you fire them up, too, on top of that. Like I said, when that stuff was coming out and everyone was calling them out, we said it right here. I'm like, yeah, anyone's going to win. They're going to win right through.
Yeah.
34-24. So I got my score out. That's the final. I said at least a 10-point win.
Scott, Johnny, which one wants to go next?
I'll go. I'll go with the Rams and stuff first. How I think, Donald and you got Sue and stuff, they've been able to stop the run, which was one of their weaknesses during the season, by moving to a zone. And everybody who knows Brady, it's pretty similar to what Miami did this season and when they played San Diego. And if you're going to throw zone at Brady, he's going to pick you apart, and he's going to make Wade Phillips, make a decision. All right, do we stop their wide receivers, stop the throws that are between 10 yards, and then they'll go to the run, and it'll be pick your poison. So they're going to do the chess match. And the fascinating thing is, I know people, you can watch the YouTubes and stuff, how anybody could be the greatest quarterback of all time through wide receivers that are that open. But Brady's thrown, I think it's like 54 out of 63 passes in the playoffs have been under 10 yards. And the thing that's crazy about it is he's making up his mind so quick and getting rid of the ball that quickly, too. So by the time that the defense, they're trying to, decipher what the offense is.
There's nothing you can do.
He's already there.
Oh, yeah.
He's already saying, all right, I'm going here. All right, I'm doing that. So
if he gets in a rhythm like that, forget it.
But
two things that he's saying is Brady's always one step ahead, and that's what everybody else says. Belichick is always one step ahead of the other coach. Continue.
And I do think that, if Gurley's in, he's good at the backfield. I do think that they'll put, either Chung on him or somebody, because they do a lot of end arounds and reverses and stuff. But I agree with Harry, if they can stop the run like they have in the playoffs and put it in Goff's hands, and make him take his first read and second read away,
He's in trouble.
he'll be in trouble because you even watch it against this, the Saints game. I know it was loud as shit in there, but he seemed flustered for a little bit, and he did make great throws.
He made some big throws.
He did.
Give
He
him
did
credit.
make some great throws and stuff, but I do feel that they're going to say, all right,
He's got to make a lot of them.
yeah, we do, yeah.
He'd have to make a lot more.
So with that said, the Patriots are healthy. They're inspired. And there's something about a team that when you find magic, it's tough to stop. It's kind of like the Giants in 2007. We said it here on House Rules when we were like, it's wide open. And I was like, if somebody could get hot at the right time, that's when they could go on the roll like the Packers did, and I think it was 2009 and stuff like that. And the Patriots, we all were saying, we're like, after the Miami game, after the Steelers game, losing Josh Gordon, how the hell are they going to do it? They found the pieces now of the puzzle that are working as a team. You got everybody that does something great, and they're using that, and then you got the players that are doing stuff that are in there that they're somewhat good at too. So they're using their running backs in every area that they can. So they have Burkhead, they got White when they could use him out of the backfield, and then they got Michelle. So it's going to be interesting, but it's hard to go against them right now,
Yeah.
What do you think final score?
28-17 Patriots.
So you got them comfortably winning as well.
Yeah, well,
A little on the lower end as far as points go under.
yeah, I think it'll be a struggle in the first half. I mean, they've never scored in the first quarter
That's
of
true.
any Super Bowl. So
And even
Well,
if it's
if their
funny,
team keeps
even
if
if
every
the
team
Rams-
defers,
even if the Rams came out and went up like 14-0, I still wouldn't be like,
well,
like, all right, they punched him in the face
we've
first.
seen that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if they can hold on because we've seen it.
That's the thing. The Rams are built to get
Score
ahead.
quick.
So get ahead so that you can have Aaron Donald,
Right.
go at the quarterback.
Unleash them.
If they get behind, that kind of takes the pass rush away.
Right.
So
They,
every team
they
wants.
better hope. They better hope they get a lead in this game. Because if they don't, it's early. It's going to be over
So you-
early.
so you think the Pats are going to play it as similar as they have their last two
Pats
games?
are coming
where-
out throwing.
I
No,
don't see.
They're
I
not
don't
going
know.
to try
I
and
agree.
kill the clock
No.
like they've been doing.
I
Come out
agree with
throwing.
Scott because that's what they've been doing. So that's what they're
They're gonna
expecting.
switch.
Chess
Yeah.
match. Come
I
out
could
throwing.
see him coming out and going for the throat right away,
Yeah.
like a bomb right away, something like that. I could see that.
Pick your poison. They're going to double Edelman,
Shake 'em.
If they go cover one, watch James White have a day. There's not a soul that's going to stop James White or Burkhead.
Yeah, their linebackers are a little bit. If there's a weak spot in the Rams' defense, the linebacking core is a little bit.
And I watched I'm sorry to interrupt you. I watched the Dallas Rams game and stuff. Like Dak Prescott had his running backs all day in
Yeah.
the backfield. He just didn't pick them up.
Yeah, he didn't.
No, I think you nailed it. I've been thinking James White's going to be an X factor. It's hard to even call him an X factor. He's such a focal point of the
Yeah.
offense. But that's where you definitely see a mismatch. Him coming out of the backfield. Overall, I mean, you guys nailed Belichick. 2 weeks to prepare for a team with Belichick and Brady. It's
After last year.
oftentimes it's unfair.
Yeah.
Because it's just.
You had this vision blindfolded though that you said that they were going to
He
make
did.
it and win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I did. Did I call Rams Patriots?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just a
That
part.
should be more shit blind.
It's just a part of me with Belichick losing last year. It's almost like the FU tour. It's like, you know what?
Absolutely.
We lost last
But
year.
how many FU tours have they had?
When
Spygate, they just keep giving them a reason to fucking be
exactly,
hungry.
but when you love winning that much, but
Mhm.
you hate losing that much more,
Mhm.
it's easy to get inspired. So I just feel like it's one of those things. Like the minute it clicks, it clicks.
Well, it's like they're constantly like working to validate themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to be known as the fucking cheater.
No.
Nobody does. You didn't do all this fucking work, and you know what I mean. Like you say whatever you want to say. Let's say Belichick, whatever. You bend the rules a little bit. You can't tell me like from the 70s when he started in the NFL to now, like the guy didn't give his fucking life and his passion. Like the guy probably 20-hour days for how many years?
Yeah. Nick Saban said that he wore
He's-
him out. Nick Saban, who's insane.
He wore Nick Saban out.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to be known as a fucking cheese. Like, fuck you, man. I've been doing this. Nobody's been doing is like dedicate their life more than me.
Yeah.
So
And he's always a step ahead. He's a firm believer that when you step on the field, you already won. I mean, he's I forget the book that he reads and stuff, but Art of War. I forget who's, but he believes that when you step on the field, that you already know. You look at your opponent in the face.
yeah, he reads a lot of books on
Yeah.
on battle and things like that. Yep.
But I mean, we all said it. We all said it when Josh Gordon left. You know, we looked at each other and I had that good feeling. Joe was like, "Who the fuck are they gonna throw to and stuff?"
Well, because Dorsett wasn't available. It was like they just let's just leave him on the bench.
But they found an old school identity. They went back to the basics. They went back to you got to tackle. The offensive line has to play good for Brady. The defensive line has to play good to win in the trenches.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
Listen,
Break it down simple.
The run has been so effective the past 2 weeks. Like last week, that helped open Gronk up a lot. He was getting a little bit more separation from the linebackers because they had to respect the run. That run has opened up a lot for receivers that we haven't really seen get separation. Chris Hogan, you forget about Hogan. But if you
he made a couple plays.
He made a couple plays.
That's all he
he can do that.
He made a big catch. That was one big catch.
Dorsett,
that was an amazing. Yeah.
Dorsett, you got the guy that goes long.
Dude,
they're forgotten people. And Brady's best when he's spreading the wealth.
100%, man.
And I agree.
It's hard. It's hard to really bet against when a game like this. They're gonna make Goff make plays. We know that. We don't even have to be Belichick to know that. Like, they're going to take away the Rams' strength, right? If Gurley's playing, let's stop Gurley because their offense revolves around that.
Totally.
And from what I saw, I mean, even if he's healthy, is he healthy?
He's not right, man. He hasn't been right.
I mean, that's the biggest game of the year. You're on the sidelines.
They're not holding him on the sidelines just to let him loose now.
I mean,
who the fuck does it? What are you talking about?
They were the way they were acting the other day on press. That he's healthy.
I
don't disagree that they don't do that, but that was what they were trying to play it off.
Your best player is not sitting. That's their biggest game of the year to go to the Super Bowl. He's not fucking sitting there.
He's not right.
To prepare for the Super Bowl.
He was a monster.
You can't be. You know what I mean?
I mean, he was out there. He just wasn't really out there.
Right. He wasn't right.
So there's reason to believe. I mean, they're gonna pump him up with whatever fucking horse tranquilizers or whatever.
Having the week off could help.
Could help, but
they'll go in there and Belichick's gonna say don't buy it.
That's the only chance the Rams have.
He has to be,
in my opinion.
If he comes out somehow healthy,
the only chance they have is if Todd Gurley is the Todd Gurley from last year and the first half of this year. If he does the things he can do. Well, then it changes the game because then again, if now you got your running game and you can throw the ball to him and if he gets like 150, 200 yards, whole different ball.
Here's where it's tough because Gurley's a workhorse. Mm-hmm. He's never played this long in a season, right?
Right.
This
is 2 years in a row.
This is 2 years in a row. He's been a grind. Now you're in the Super Bowl. Like he's just it might not be anything completely serious, but he's just barely worn down.
We'll see.
So
if he's a great player, he better show up on Sunday.
Goff is great at play action. He's probably one of the best in the league. So
that's what I'm saying. Run. It would totally. If they don't have a run, they don't have a chance. But if Gurley's a monster, like we've seen him, he can be a monster. I mean, we've seen him at 200-yard plus games multiple times.
He's one of the most dynamic offensive players.
Right. But we haven't seen that in a while. We haven't seen that in a month.
No, he looks.
You know what I mean? It's been a long time since we've seen that Gurley. So we're all going off of what we're seeing, and what we're seeing is. He looks like he's injured. Something's wrong with him.
It's going to be interesting to see if McVay can, have a drive starter for their first opening drive, to get Goff comfortable.
I think you'll know.
That's his strength, right?
Yeah.
He's had 2 weeks to prepare. I would imagine if they win the coin toss, they're taking the ball.
I would think so.
I'm thinking, because the Patriots are deferring anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
Probably defer.
They have had a good start.
No,
because the other team's been deferring.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know.
They haven't been taking the ball.
I really do believe that Cordell Patterson is going to have a monster run or a huge game just somehow because they have a very tough time with end arounds and stuff like with reverses.
Their defense has been suspect all year, man. With all the talent they've had, the Rams didn't have a great year defensively.
I know.
You got to stick to your side.
They make plays. They take chances. They make plays. They'll get strip sacks. They'll get picks. But as a whole, you can beat them up.
That defense, Rams defense didn't look as good as it did until the end of that game. I mean, there was that one call that everybody's still going to talk about, but in overtime, it's where they actually, I feel like, stepped it up.
Yeah, no, they played better.
It wasn't like they were, for what they have on that team, all the stars and studs.
I thought they'd be a lot better.
They haven't really been that great of a defense, and you got to go back to.
Well, they had some injuries too, man. Both their corners were out for a while.
I mean, look at the Monday night game against Kansas City. It was the highest scoring game.
Right.
on Monday Night
But-
History. And those are two dynamic offenses, but all off season, all you heard about the Rams was
But listen,
look at the defense, look at all the defense. Look what they're bringing in.
defense won that game.
That's
The
true.
Rams made plays.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They can make plays. They'll get a turnover. Those interceptions, strip sacks, you gotta watch out for that because they have those crazy athletes. They'll do that, but they'll get beat up too.
Yeah.
Like between the lines, you can run on them, you can throw on them. Just they'll get their hands in there and try to strip the ball out.
No, and listen,
So turnovers could be, keep an eye on that.
They got the playmakers up the middle with Sue and Donald.
Right.
That's where
They can be
if
disruptive,
Brady,
yes.
If Brady has a weakness, right, it's that pressure
Up the middle, in
right
his
up
face.
the middle in his face.
Right.
Like any quarterback, but for him, it's a glaring
Mhm.
difference.
Because he needs that middle to see everything. That everything goes well for him. It's right up the middle. If he's disrupting things a little bit, he's coming through. Maybe.
Knock on wood, as much shit as
But
I
you would
talked
think
on their line during the year.
Belichick knows
There's
this.
no
though.
better
so does
in-game
Scar,
adjustment.
yeah.
I would think they're sending an extra guy.
Skarnecki-
Running back's going to be in there blocking, getting an extra guy.
Skarnecki was talking about sometimes with Aaron Donald, you don't even block him. Like you honestly, you go up there because he's so used to, you're
having a bunch of guys on him.
bunch
It
of
maybe
guys.
throws him off.
There's some plays that you leave,
Mhm.
and with
And
Sue,
just run away from him.
run away from it,
Yeah.
or you run against Adam and stuff. But
Maybe he comes in too far, you go past him.
And then you got to look at it. You're saying that Sue and Donald coming at Brady. That, like I said, knock on wood, their line has looked great in the playoffs, and one of the main reasons is Gronk has been blocking in the first half of the game.
he's had
He's
a
been a great
playoff
blocker.
He's a great
Where
run blocker.
He's
Then
been
in the-
eliminating
And then
guys at
and
the
then in
line.
the second half of the game, the defense for the other team has been, all he's been doing is blocking.
Mhm.
So then he comes in
Yeah.
to play from there that they're not
I
expecting.
think Gronk's had an underrated playoff. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've watched
great
every Patriot game, just like you guys, and I know he's not catching a lot of balls, and he's kind of laboring out there.
God
but
damn,
man,
yeah.
when he's in there, no one's getting past him.
No.
I mean, he's just blowing people away.
Yeah,
up there.
his
That's just an
crack
extra. It's having another offensive lineman up there,
Mhm.
just opening things up.
with
For
Dwayne
all
Allen
the-
in there,
Yeah, man, it's tough.
So did we get your prediction score?
Score prediction, I'm going to say 38-24 Patriots.
38-24.
kind of
Patriots.
like the Chargers game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see them getting ahead early, staying ahead, and the Rams making a little bit of a comeback.
Scoring
Second
some
half,
points, somewhat
some
interesting.
points. Yeah, as defense softens up. Yeah, I hate to be overconfident going in, but I am pretty confident. Just from seeing what we've seen the past few weeks.
No reason not to be, man. As a fan of football, I'm hoping for a good game, just so
Right.
it's competitive. But I don't know. What about
Well,
you, Joe?
shout out to Jim Coney, who we all had on here. He's a YouTube watcher every week. He said he's disgusted and can't watch right now or listen because we've been talking about Brady. We all know Jim's thoughts on football. He probably will be watching he probably won't be watching or watch the halftime show. I'll see you live, Jim, March 23rd at As I Lay Dying. But to go in from there, I'm going to go to my pick.
Mhm.
I think I'm going to go 24-10, Pat.
Wow, just shutting them down, huh?
I think, I said same thing to Scott before. I think that the Rams are very similar to the Chargers.
Mhm.
And I think that, and as much as people will say,
Lot
if
of
Gurley's
talent.
healthy and this, Melvin Gordon is a similar running back. Yeah, he's not the top running back to Elliott or Kamara, but he's a good running back, and they shut him down.
Mhm.
And I think the same thing that, I think best came out this week was Wade Phillips. He said, they asked him what's his plan, and he said he hopes that he can listen to Tony Romo the whole time so he knows what Brady's going to do. So, as long as their team keeps playing like they've been playing, I went into last week's game with the Chiefs. I started off, I was confident. Game started, I got nervous again, but it's from the beginning of the season to the playoffs. It looks like a completely different team, and it looks like they have control. They know what they want to do. They've been doing what they want to do. And even that game, when they played the Chargers, they blew them out. Last game, that could have been the same type of score if a couple things went differently. So I think, that's my thought.
One more thing, they're undefeated with Sony Michel having 100 yards rushing, or their team having 100 yards rushing, which most teams do.
Mhm.
But I'm just, I think, they get ahead. throwing, and then they pound him away at the end. So.
They've been pounding to him in the playoffs, man. They're running the football.
PlayStation Michelle.
I like the old school. I'm not gonna lie.
And the thing is they don't go. Even if they're getting stopped, they don't stop. They keep. They make the run work for them.
Of course.
Which.
That's Skarnecki, man. Great offensive coach.
Yeah.
Offensive line coach.
If the game could get here sooner, we would let it.
Any thoughts on who the most valuable player is going to be in the game? Anybody have any
I
thoughts?
got mine. I was looking at it.
You want to go first, Scott?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Rob Gronkowski. Can I just do two? I'll just say it. Rob Gronkowski, and I'm going to say...
I think two guys are going to win it?
No. I'm saying I'm either going for Rob Gronkowski or Devin McCourty because I think both of them might retire after this game.
Pick one of them.
I'm going to go with Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk.
I think he has a monster game.
You think you're going to throw the ball at Huck? It could be his last game. Yeah.
I think he'll be tough to cover. Go ahead, put Talib on. I think they might have to do
I can
that.
kill Talib.
Yeah, I think that's one of their plans. They've had a tough time with it.
Mm-hmm.
Wade Phillips, in a zone defense, he did it in Denver. He's always succeeded.
I like that. Yeah, who do you think?
Plus 2,000.
For who? Gronk? Because it's
That
always
right?
quarterback.
True.
I'm going to say James White. I like James White to have 13, 14, maybe 15 catches. I see him getting some, he's probably going to touch the ball over 20 times, I think. And
Plus 18.
What's that?
Plus 1,800.
Put my scratch on him, yeah. I like James White scoring a touchdown or two. Making a lot of big third down plays, catches. Go with James
I love
White.
that pick because when they got rid of, pothead
Gordon?
they found the fountain of youth again. And
If he was just a
James White.
pothead, he'd still be playing.
Yeah,
He's like the other shit.
I'm sticking with running backs, but I'm going to go with Sony Michel is going to win the MVP.
Mm.
I think they'll be ahead. I think I'll get a lot of burn towards the end. Probably get over 120-something yards, maybe a couple of touchdowns. And that'll give him enough to win the
The
MVP.
better running back from Georgia wins it.
They're both good.
Yeah,
man.
they are.
I-
It's plus 14.
He's plus 14?
Yeah.
I like Sony Michel.
None of us touching Brady, huh?
Steve.
I mean,
Not yet.
Brady. No, I mean,
We're gamblers,
I
man.
mean, if we think the game is going to go the way it goes, Brady
Yeah.
probably wins
Scott
the
got
MVP.
2. Can I take 2?
I only gave him one.
Oh, give me
That
one.
was it.
Devlin. James Devlin.
James
Wow.
Devlin?
Fuck.
I think that they're
To
going to
win
get.
an MVP?
He's going to have 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Wow,
Goal line.
That's almost as
I'm
bold
gonna
as
put money on him
Mariota.
just because I'm sure
It's
his
not
odds
going to
are-
happen.
Plus 2.
He's been. I mean,
It should be plus like.
That's all it is.
that's fake. Go on Bovada.
If you go on Bovada, it's better.
He's
but
plus what, 200?
plus 2.
I think he's going to get some
2,000.
touches this game, though. I think that he.
I'm
him
throwing
and
some
James
scratch
White.
on him, Joe.
No,
Why
don't
not?
do that.
Come on.
I think the best ones out of there to take is
I like Gronk's.
White,
Scott said.
White and Gronk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because this could be Gronk's last game.
I'd love to. I wanted to say what Jack said with Edelman. I'd love to say Edelman. He's.
Oh yeah, we forgot about Edelman. We forgot about.
Well, I just didn't do it because of Jack.
Yeah, I don't want to take the same thing.
Okay.
I mean, he could have a punt return. He could,
Yeah.
Cordell Patterson could be one.
Should be interesting. Wow, we give a lot of love to New England.
Yeah, we didn't really
We did
talk.
that last year
Talk
too.
about
That
the
fucked
Rams.
us. So
Yeah, well.
Talk about the Rams. Ooh, did we get that?
No,
No,
we,
we did.
tried
We did
saying
Sue
if
and
Gurley's
Donald.
healthy
Yeah.
and Sue and Donald can be. Yeah, just no
I mean, I'll say it. I respect the hell out of the Rams. I think they got the coach himself. He's smart. I mean, smart young coach.
guys love
He's
him.
got some of the top egos in the league on that team, and he keeps them all playing together decently.
That's a good point.
I mean,
we have a lot of characters on the team.
To deal with Talib and Sue and Donald. I mean, they got a lot of.
Peters.
Yeah, it's not like it's an easy team to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his little boy toy as quarterback that without him as a coach, right now
he's good.
He's good, but I'm saying like he's definitely still learning as a system quarterback. But he similar to what Brady was when he first came into the league.
Yeah.
Wasn't like he did a lot.
Right.
I mean, he still doesn't do it as much. I mean, he does a lot, but he still plays the way he's been playing since. It's like Scott said, short 5-10 yard passes, and just go down the chain. So just the way that, like I said before, the way the Patriots have been playing from the beginning of the season, they look to the playoffs. I don't see them losing back-to-back Super Bowls. So it's hard to talk about the Rams anymore.
All right.
You want to move on to NBA?
We can do whatever you guys want, man.
You'd
We can
love to
keep-
talk
we can
about
keep going
anything
Super
else.
Bowl. We can keep going. I don't know what else there is to say.
No, there really
Now
isn't.
it's just-
We've
let's
done
just-
predictions.
Yeah, let's get the game here.
Yeah, let's get a game here.
Get the game
No
here.
bloody Sunday.
I don't think. Do you think we're really? I mean, we're
It
Patriots
was
fans,
bloody
a
Sunday
little
last
biased, but
Are
I
we-
mean, are we the majority of like what?
I'm not
America
a Patriots.
thinks?
I'm not a Patriots fan.
It's hard to go against Brady, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's hard too.
What was that stat you showed? Are more people betting? Is money going to the Rams?
No, money's going on the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ESPN, when they do their odds to win, it's like 52%.
That's
When
the
Matt-
stupidest. I
Yeah.
don't.
That
I-
makes no
I don't
sense.
get it either.
They're
but
they're literally the fucking
Because
owner of
they
ESPN
do- they
is
do
trying to
this.
sway the line or something.
yeah,
I love when they show that little thing, and then
It's
it's,
on
like
every
the
score.
score changes, and then like, well, now it's only 72%. Well, no shit, motherfucker, because the score changed. You know, it's gonna change the. Come on, man.
yeah.
Did you see that? I sent that to you. I sent it to the group that. God, I can't think of the guy's name. That the NFL told him not to talk about betting before the game, or CBS did. Did you guys see that? What I said?
I heard something about it today.
Who cares? Betting's open now.
Well, no, I know it's open. I just found it wild that they actually shut him down. He was talking about. He said that they think that they should talk about the spread and over under before the game, and they said they don't want
I don't
talk
want
about
that.
gambling.
I really don't
Yeah.
want that. I don't
no
want
betting policy
I
before
don't want
Super
that.
Bowl.
I don't want that. I don't need the fucking announcers telling me what the spread is, acting like bookies and stuff. Just sit there and fucking announce.
Or just watch SportsCenter.
Yeah,
they
they
have a
do it
whole
enough.
thing on
Yeah.
it.
Whole new
They
thing
talk
now.
all
Yeah, I
about it.
don't-
They've been doing it.
Yeah. You just
For
watch
years.
that, man.
I don't need to
The
announce.
Swami used to
Eddie
pick
Plus.
against the spread
Yeah.
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah.
Brent Musburger.
CBS. Oh yeah, because he's a big gambling guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brett Musburger's in Vegas now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's always been a big
Oh,
gambling
it's
guy.
Vegas, New Jersey.
They don't want
Mass.
to do it because it's CBS and it's nationally televised and there's a lot of eyes on it.
You shouldn't do it either. You know.
Yeah, they don't want that.
You don't need to fucking encourage.
Listen,
it.
It's
what
only a
what
matter-
what he's saying is that if for it to become mainstream, you got to talk about it. So have the balls. to
It's
just
already
be like,
Oh, yeah.
happening. What's the issue?
John,
Why can't we talk about it?
because
Why do we have to?
this
Scott
is what
doesn't
I'm
want to
just
hear
trying-
about it because he doesn't want to hear anything other than the game.
So I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's CBS. It's old school, like big network. You got a lot of old
I-
heads running that. They don't want to do
You'll
that.
see it first on Thursday Night Football. That's when you'll.
Yeah,
start
they'll
seeing
test it out,
Test it out.
and then eventually it'll be.
We
talked
can
about.
see Janet Jackson's tits, but we can't talk about.
I
We
didn't
can't talk
see it.
about
You watched that halftime?
gambling. No, I did not. But I'm saying it was shown around the world afterwards. That's okay for the kids to see, but we can't talk about
I mean,
gambling.
that was a mistake.
I don't know. like,
I don't think it
I don't
was.
think it was.
That got a lot of views.
You didn't want that titty coming
Yeah.
JT.
out.
Well, I'm gonna end it with that. House rules
Brought to you by.
brought to you by. Oh shit! I didn't do that. Anchor,
Yeah.
the one-stop shop for recording, promoting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now you and your podcast can get sponsors too. That's why I'm actually doing this ad right now. So go to anchor.fm. Also watch us live on YouTube. Listen to us on SoundCloud and iTunes. Look forward to the future of House Rules coming forward after the Super Bowl. We're going to have a lot of different guests coming up for the year. House Rules.
we don't know who, but
No, we got a lot.
There's
Of
a lot.
coming.
There's
Yeah.
a lot. Well, I'm trying to promote here,
Go
guys.
Pats.
All right.
house rules.
Peace.
Still Hill. Yeah, you can't go into AD.
I was trying to, but
You can't.
I didn't have to.
There was
No.
nothing left.
There was
man.
nothing left. I knew you were going to. was
I
like,
didn't know, but you
How much time do we
What
do?
were you
we
going
got
into?
like 45 minutes plus Jack.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's it.
That's perfect.
There's nothing left.
Yeah.
This is a Super Bowl show.
Yeah, dude, you can't.
I get you're sick, dude. Don't fucking take me down here.
Oh man.
I mean, I love you.
I don't know what the fuck I did.
You didn't do anything.
Everybody's a little bit.
You just
I give Harry credit, man, having little kids. Little kids. Brought pizza over there.